my name is Kat, and today I have this really mermaid inspired look. I have never done a festival makeup look before, and I keep seeing that over and over again, so I thought I would do my take on festival makeup. If I was going to a music festival, this is definitely a look I would consider wearing. And I used the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place for my shimmer shadows, and then for my mattes I used this Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, which I haven't used in so long. I saw an Instagram video where someone used this and I was shocked by how pigmented the shades looked, and so I'll just show you. These are ones I used today. This is a voiceover video. I did my skin and brows off camera, and I'll see you later. Okay, starting with the eyes, I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm just pointing to the shades because these ones don't have names, but you can see I was surprised by how pigmented that blue was, and so I'm basically using that as my transition shade. And then I took a darker blue and started to kind of define my crease, and I was using the e.l.f. It's the $1 blending brush, and then I switched over to a brush that I got in a Morphe brush set just to get a little more precision. You can see I'm going back and forth with my brushes the whole video, and that just helps blend. So then I mixed the first darker blue and a kind of navy blue to really get a little bit of definition in the crease, because I knew I wanted to just throw a shimmer all over the entire lid. So you can see I'm blending with a bigger fluffy brush. Then I took my NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk and just covered my lid to give something for the Juvia's Place shadows to stick to. And you can see I blended out the edges and make sure my crease color was still intact. But maybe I'd recommend, if you were going to actually wear this makeup to a festival, that you would use a more long-lasting primer, because these kind of crease on me. But anyway, the first shade I went in with is called Molly, and it's just a really greeny turquoise. Then I was like, I'll get a little bit of blue to tie in the kind of green with the other blues, and that one is called Zola. And then after I did a little more blending, I took my e.l.f. contour palette and the two highlight shades and just used that to blend the top line a little bit more. And then I went in with one of my matte blues from earlier and used that as a transition shade on the bottom, but then I was like, oh, to make it pop, my Jumbo Milk pencil, and then I packed some of the shade called Makeda or Makeda, not really sure, but I used that to put some purple on my lower lash line. Then I took a light shimmery purple from the BH Cosmetics palette and just used that kind of on the inner corner part, and then I just blended that out. And then this is kind of, to me, one of the best parts. I used this ColourPop shadow, which is a glitter sheer, and so you can see how it kind of mixed with the colors on my fingers, and it's just so beautiful. And then I took some white and put that on my inner corners, and then I took some more of that ColourPop shadow and packed that on my inner corners. I just think it's so special and cool how it can top anything, really. And then I used my e.l.f. complexion brush and my NYC Sunny and used that to bronze a little bit. And then I took my e.l.f. contour palette again and used the same brush. I've noticed in some of my recent videos where I contour, I look wild. My contour does not look great. I'm owning up to it. So then I took this peachy shimmery blush from this Makeup Revolution palette, and then I also used some highlights from that palette. And then I used my Ulta illuminator. This one is called Brilliant Diamond, and it's white. And I also highlighted my brow bone a little bit, and then I was like, oh, what would make this look even more wild, more festival appropriate, and not just every day? I took my ColourPop shadow again, which is glitter, and you can see where I patted it, it's not as white because the glitter itself is what's sticking, not any kind of colored base, if that makes sense. And then I put on my normal mascara and then also some blue mascara on my lower lashes. And then I took this blue eyeliner from Jordana and used that to line my lips. And I know I kind of look like I'm dying from frostbite or something, but then I took this cherimoya liquid lipstick in a trio that's called Unicorn, and I had to use 2 layers to get that to be opaque. And you can see just a little clip of me wearing the blue lip here, but I was so excited to take that off. I felt like I did not look cute in that, but anyway, What I ended up going with was the Makeup Monsters liquid lipstick in Luna, and I am just loving this shade. This was part of their Valentine's Day collection, and I just looked at their site and like everything's sold out, so I don't know what's going on with them. I think they're repackaging again, but after I did my lip, that was the end of the look. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Alright, so here's the look completed. I changed up the lip because I would not leave my house in that blue lip. And I love a lip like this. And not wearing lashes because if you're considering this my festival look, I don't want my lashes slipping and sliding off my face. I keep seeing festival makeup looks where people have little clumps of lashes on the bottom, which I feel like looks awesome, but if I was going to a music festival, there's no way you would catch me with little lashes stuck on, because I feel like they melt off. Like, it's hot, you're out in the sun all day. So I was also wondering, I'll have a poll if you could answer it for me, if you prefer voiceovers to have an intro and outro, or to just be a voiceover from beginning to end. Because when I watch YouTube videos, I don't mind either way, but I'd like to know your opinion. So if you'd answer that little poll, please do. Alright, so that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.